Good morning, brothers. Good to be with you again. And Luke, welcome. Get rid of the little note saying you joined us. Be good to see you. Pop in and say hi. Galatians 2. Joseph, it was actually really good that you posted that response to Galatians 2:10 after Mike had already introduced the next little bit and talked about it in verses 11 to 14, because they do dovetail, especially bringing up, as you did, the lady who bathed Jesus' feet, because to me she was like Paul, and the Pharisee was like Peter. What a turnaround that is! What an absolute turnaround! And the same with Paul and Peter, that Peter the fisherman, under the boot of the Romans and under the boot of the Pharisees and Sadducees, is now behaving like a Pharisee. And which am I, Mike? Which am I? Well, I was Peter. First 25 years of my faith, I was in a very legalistic church that tried to keep pretty much all of the Old Testament laws, except for the sacrifices. Dietary laws and Sabbath laws and holiday laws, and even things like what sort of mix is on whether the label's got mixed materials in your clothing and all this, and that's from a youngster. I grew up in that, and it seemed normal to me. Sounds kind of strange now, but it did seem normal. What a turnaround that the Pharisee of the Pharisees is rebuking a fisherman for being pharisaical, if you will. I find that a fascinating picture, a really, really fascinating picture. But anyway, back to who am I? Yes, and once going further back, I was the Gentile, lost. And then having given up my law keeping, I was as good as a Gentile again. Shut out. And then Christ. And I'll go back to Joseph's analogy, the woman washing Jesus' feet. And brothers, that's who I identify with now. All I can do is wash Jesus' feet with my tears, because he has loved me so much. He has rescued me when there was no way I could rescue myself. I told you the story before. There was no way that I could break free of that bondage. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. But he did. Truly, Jesus, he's the God of the impossible, brothers. So, Mike, I can't identify myself with Paul. That's too big a stretch. But I do identify in a little way with him. Nothing but Christ. Christ and him crucified. Nothing else. There's no other message except the gospel. Point to the cross. Point to my Saviour. Rejoice that he has done it all. And God forbid that we would force Gentiles to follow Jewish customs, or any modern version of that, fellows. Let's not apply our own culture to the gospel in any way. Just point to the cross of Jesus. Just revel in this wonderful Saviour who died and then rose. Oh, how beautiful the gospel is, brothers. I look forward to hearing from you all.